This morning I'm in Elmont, so I'm going to take you on a morning driving tour of Elmont so you can get a sense of what Elmont looks like in the morning. Now, of course, because I'm here, I had to get myself a bacon and egg. So I'm going to enjoy this and then we're going to get driving. Let's go. All right, so we are pulling into Elmont now and we're currently on Linden Boulevard. On the right, you'll see some MTA buses. This is Queens, right? So we're going over this bridge here and this will take you into Elmont. But you did see some MTA buses in the back because those buses will take you from Elmont to Jamaica Center. So you can see the sign that says entering Nassau County. And now we are on Linden Boulevard and we're going to be driving on this commercial street before we make a left onto Elmont Road. One of the things that you'll notice about Elmont is you don't see a lot of stragglers. There aren't really too many people walking. There aren't any pedestrians, mostly because a lot of people here have cars. So making a left onto Elmont Road, you do see that Elmont Road is peppered with stores. There's a post office here to the right, but along the street you can see a laundromat. There are restaurants, dry cleaners, various businesses and establishments that are on this street, churches, funeral services. It just gives you a sense of what's here, how Elmont looks. And to the right, we're passing Elmont Road Park. This is a restaurant. This looks like a mosque. And there's a Walgreens here on this corner. This street here, this intersection is where Elmont Road meets Dutch Broadway. We're going to go all the way down to Hempstead Turnpike. We'll take Hempstead Turnpike up Meacham Avenue and come back down Dutch Broadway so you can get a sense of what the 4 different commercial streets look like in Elmont in the morning. So to our right here, we're coming up to St. Boniface Church. It's one of the largest churches in Elmont. I would say the largest church in Elmont. Some more restaurants. And dry cleaners to the right. There's also a bowling alley to the right. And here's a church. This church is the Presbyterian Church of Elmar. To the left is the Elmont Jewish Center. Some more schools. This is a preschool. There's a dental office, a 7-Eleven. This is another church. It's a Pentecostal Tabernacle. So just various businesses, various establishments that you can see. So we do see some individuals here. This here is a nice bus. It's a Nassau County version of the MTA. So you saw some folks getting on that bus there. It's one of the stops. This is the Elmont Cemetery. It's Beth David Cemetery. And it takes up a huge plot in Elmont. So we'll be going behind it when we make a right on Hempstead Turnpike. We're coming up here to the left, which is one of the main post offices in Elmont. We have 2. So we just passed the main post office on Elmont Road. And we see more of the cemetery. You can see some houses. We're not really going to explore residential areas today, but I will do another tour to give us a sense of residential areas in Elmont. So here, what we're going to do is we'll make a right on Hempstead Turnpike, which is just north. Now, Hempstead Turnpike is a really commercial road. There's a shopping center, there's Target, there's Home Depot, there's restaurants, so you'll be able to get a sense of what's available in Elmont in terms of shopping. So we are making a right onto Hempstead Turnpike right now. And as I said, it's another commercial road, another main commercial road in Elmont. So you'll see a lot of businesses, a lot of establishments. To the left here, you can see we're coming up to a shopping center which has Home Depot, Marshalls, Target. To the right is is Elmont's old public library, and you'll see our new public library in just a second. There's an MCU for any city employees, MCU Municipal Credit Union. Now we're coming up on the left to the new Elmont Public Library. It's a really big investment that was made by Elmont, and it's worth seeing. It's worth a visit. So we see Elmont is not incredibly busy in terms of the commercial streets. At least Hempstead Turnpike is not incredibly busy during the mornings. We do see some people waiting for the NICE bus to get to their destinations. But overall, I mean, you see that there's not a lot of traffic, and we don't see a lot of people walking on the streets. I just want to emphasize that most people in Elmont drive cars to their destinations. And so this is why you don't see a lot of pedestrians. So we have a TJ Maxx here, a Bank of America here. There's a Wingstop, another Walgreens, some dry cleaners, some bagel places. We're going to be making a right shortly on Meacham Avenue, another main commercial street in Elmont. So just ahead in front, you see there's a King Umberto's Pizzeria, which is a well-known pizzeria restaurant in Elmont. And then to the left, across from it, is a Stop 20 Diner, which has been in Elmont and been a staple in Elmont for about 50 years. Okay, so we are now making a right onto Meacham Avenue. Church here to our right, some delis. So another commercial street is sprinkled with dance studios, businesses, various establishments. Meacham actually is one of the commercial streets that I would say has more residential properties than the other commercial streets in Elmont. Dutch Broadway probably has the most, and we're going to get to Dutch Broadway shortly. There's an African Caribbean American market, clowns.com, beauty and laser spa, a fish market. We see some more residential areas. This looks like a business, another industrial supplies, a tattoo parlor, a deli, one of our fire stations. This is another Italian restaurant. This is Salvatore's of Elmont. So this looks to be a relatively industrial section, sprinkled with mom and pop stores and businesses. Another church, Family Life Worship Center. We're getting into the alphabet streets, so A Street, B Street, some more industrial sections. A printing shop, a child care center, deli. we don't see anyone walking on the streets. If you notice, this is, everyone is either in their car or, well, there's one walker. I spoke too soon. Broadway should be right ahead. You see, the streets are relatively bare. They just did trash and picked up trash today, so despite that, there really isn't anything on the streets. This is Liberty Fence Company. It makes a lot of the fences that you see surrounding the homes in Elmont. And we're going to make a right here on Dutch Broadway. And this will be the 4th commercial street that will round out our tour in Elmont. So Dutch Broadway, although it is a commercial street, it has a lot of residential properties, which you can see on the left and the right. Mostly single-family homes, but there are some condos as well. Dutch Gate, some more residential property. So we're going to come up to some small shopping centers, and you'll get a sense of what's available to purchase and what's available here in Elmont and on Dutch Broadway. To our left is Valmont Plaza. It has some furniture stores, a Carvel, a State Farm, and some other stores. We have another deli. There's a Benjamin Moore paint store to our right here. And then over here is Gino's Pizzeria, which is another relatively known pizzeria in Elmont. You have a Bethpage Credit Union. You've got another dry cleaners, our police department. To our left, some more residential properties. Here you have a medium-sized shopping center. You have Western Beef, Wings and Things, Lucky Beauty Supply. We have a Dollar Tree. Here's a really large beauty supply. It's going to be opening soon. Pop Beauty. We have discount outlet stores, a beauty salon, Metro, PCS, Dunkin' Donuts, and then we are passing our CVS pharmacy here to the left. And this is pretty much what the commercial road looks like on Dutch Broadway. To our right now, we're passing Dutch Broadway Elementary School, one of the 6 feeder schools for Elmont Memorial High School. I believe Dutch Broadway is the largest of the 6. And so we see more residential property on our left and right. And by the way, if you are to move or were to move to Elmont, you would probably be voting in Dutch Broadway Elementary School when you register to vote. So this pretty much sums up our driving tour, our driving breakfast tour of Elmont. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. I hope you've learned something new about Elmont, and thank you so much for joining me today. See you in the next video.